My first 9 years of my career, all the Australian research was saying, pull the belly up and in, activate transversus. And I was all in. Like, I was drawing my belly in. All of my clients would come in and had written on their exercise, pull your belly towards your spine. So I did that for 9 years. And the first time I went to Czech Republic and he started talking about this outward expansion, I didn't want to believe that I had been doing this wrong for 9 years, but the more he talked, the more it made sense to me. And then as I started implementing with myself and my clients, it was just night and day, the difference between how quickly they got better and how many more clients I actually helped improve. So I have experience doing it both ways, which I think is good. It's a little too sad that it took me 9 years, but at least I got there. But so when you have good, proper activation of your core muscles, what we're going to see is that we're going to get a 360-degree expansion all the way around the abdominal wall, right? And that is due to the intra-abdominal pressure. And so you see symmetrical activation. So if you look at this DNS picture and the ideal coordination, you don't see lines, you don't see divots or concavities. It's just nicely, equally expanded all the way around. And that means like that's good pressurization of that cylinder. It's good connection of the upper and lower body. And that's going to give your spine stability, right? So when you have good pressure from the front, it butts up against the spine and supports that spine from the front. Now you have a stable base for the muscles of the arms and legs to create power from. You have better stabilization and protection of the spine. And you can get good integration of your power from your legs up through the trunk into the arms, right? And then if you look here at the abnormal coordination, we see when you don't have pressure that you're going to get a more concentric narrowing of the waist. And you can almost see just based on this picture how that creates that disconnection from the upper and lower body. So again, so here's that kind of concept a little bit more in actual movement. So you can see on this top picture, she is expanded into the belt and she has a nice, just symmetrical cylinder. Here on this bottom one, you see a lot of superficial tone of her abdominal muscles, right? And so they're just trying to hold at all costs to try to stabilize her because she's not activating that pressure inside. And so that's why now she's kind of doing this exercise and you can see how she's just kind of shearing at that kind of TL junction area. And this is just going to not be as efficient. It's going to take a lot more energy and effort. And when you stabilize like this with a lot of isometric activation, you don't then have freedom of movement. Because muscles, in order for us to stabilize and move, we need to be able to eccentrically elongate them to have that mobility. But if you're isometrically holding, you're going to be kind of stuck and everything is just going to be straining and kind of weak. So you're going to see suffering in performance.